Three, two, one. What is going on, guys? It is Vincent here, and welcome to the third episode of the Vincents Lane Podcast. I'm, of course, your host, Vincent, and with me today is my co-host, Tristan.
Hey, everybody.
We have a really good episode coming up, so please stay tuned. So something that's been going on that kind of shocked me recently was the quote-unquote cancellation of Joji / George Miller / Filthy Frank, as some people didn't know. So pretty much what happened, or how this all started out, was I think was it K-pop fans that first figured it out?
It was just people in general.
Yeah. Okay. So people in general / Joji's biggest music fans are just really big fans of his music that only know about his music, didn't know about his previous career on YouTube as Filthy Frank. Like it's pretty much his alter ego.
I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of people knew about it that are fans of Joji, but
most people knew about it, but the people who didn't know about it were pretty shocked to find out that he had like another, I guess, alter ego and personality / besides Joji.
Right, and the character's like super
he said
himself and controversial.
He said himself that the actual character of Filthy Frank is like anything a person shouldn't be. So like mean, crude, violent, and just like really, really horrible. So if you go back to his actual channel, Filthy Frank, like his main channel, he has videos from like a long time ago, like pretty much YouTube classics. And for me, it kind of makes me mad that people out of nowhere think that just because he made these videos for fun a long time ago, knowing what he was doing as like this fake character, and they're using it against him, like that just makes no sense.
Exactly. It's not like himself is like doing it out of the darkness of his heart. He's like doing it to portray a crude character on purpose.
Yeah, and it's pretty much like it's like it kind of just makes me mad. It literally baffles me. But like I've been a fan of Joji I've been a fan of Filthy Frank for like such a long time, ever since he started making his really, really funny videos on YouTube as the Filthy Frank character, and then like watching him grow as a person, as an artist, seeing his first songs come out and seeing like his first EPs and his album come out.
You're like on his music as soon as he started making music. I remember that.
Yeah, like I like if you haven't listened to Pink Guy's first album, then you're not a true fan.
Exactly.
Like Pink Season was probably one of the funniest albums I've ever listened to, and yeah, it's kind of just annoying to me, you know. So what are your thoughts on Joji being quote unquote canceled?
I think the main reason why is because he said the N-word in one of his old Pink Guy songs.
A lot of songs.
In a lot of videos he says the N-word. Like, I think that's the main reason why they're canceling him, but I don't see the reason why. I mean, if you really boil it down, he's doing it for comedy. He's not using the word in any offensive way. He doesn't deter anyone or any race with that word. He's just using it to like make fun of it, you know? Just like he does. He makes fun of everything. I don't think he should get backlash for all that.
Yeah, and I mean I get that the N-word is really offensive to some people, but I mean like take it to some degree of take it with a grain of salt, because he even said himself in a lot of interviews and stuff like that, and even in his own biography of his biography of his
biography.
No, not biography. How do you description? Is it like description or something?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, like description of his YouTube channel, not biography. Description of his YouTube channel. They said that he literally said that Filthy Frank, the character Filthy Frank, was supposed to be someone that was the opposite of what a person should be, like I just said. And I don't think people look past that. They just see like, oh, he says really bad stuff. He says the N-word. Like, turn it off, cancel him. This is offensive no matter what. No matter what happens or what context it's from, they just jump to conclusion, and that kind of makes me mad.
It's because people fiend on drama. Like, they crave drama, just no matter what kind it is. They just want to see someone fall for no reason, I feel like.
Yeah. And, like, I know Filthy Frank / Joji has worked so hard for where he is, like, right now. And I know whenever he was making the Filthy Frank videos that he even made, like, a coming out video that he was dealing with, like, this disease or this mental illness. And that he was kind of being, like, I guess not forced, but pushed and pushed to keep making the videos that he wasn't like, he didn't want to keep making anymore. And so whenever he first started making like the Joji music, people started to find out about him, and they looked past his past because they didn't watch his old videos. So once he started making the music and stuff like that, he started to get big. And once he got, and whenever now that he's like, I guess mainstream, do you consider Joji mainstream?
Yeah, he's like, I'd say he's like the biggest face in lo-fi right now. Like, he's probably the biggest lo-fi artist.
Yeah, so now that he's in the mainstream media, they're gonna attack him no matter what. No matter what he does, what he says, they're gonna find anything they can to ruin his career. And just that's sadly just how it works sometimes. That people are just like that, you know. Like they
They
look
just want to
past everything
see
you're doing right now.
they just want to see the mighty fall. That's all
Yeah,
they want. I don't know
that's literally
why though. Because yeah, like you said, he was suffering like with mental
yeah.
illness and stuff because he didn't want to make those videos anymore, and now
He
people are
wanted,
trying to
yeah,
cancel him because of them. He did
yeah,
it
and
just for jokes.
exactly. I mean, music, like he said, his music was his true passion. I mean, he said he loves making music. That's why he switched over. He made the switch in the first place. That even in his old Filthy Frank videos, like he made those really funny songs. He even made an album under the alias Pink Guy, and that just
He made
shows that
two
he,
of them.
yeah, two albums under the alias Pink Guy. So that just shows that he loves music, and it's really annoying that people are trying to bash him and make him fall just
Exactly.
because he's doing what he loves. And I mean, you can't change the past for sure, but I feel like people shouldn't take that so seriously. Just take it with just a grain of salt.
Some of the Pink Eyes songs are really good though.
Yeah, they're actually really funny and really good.
Ramen noodles,
And so right now
rice balls.
I'm looking at like the whole entire history of the Joji is being canceled controversy being explained. And I mean, I don't know if this is correct, but a tweet from I'm not going to say who it is, but this is what it says, quote, please do any research before trying to cancel our Joji. I repeat it again. Please do research. So people are
Exactly.
there's two sides of this thing. There are people that they want to cancel him no matter what he said, no matter what anybody else says. They're just sticking to he said offensive stuff in the past. He made this alter ego in the past, and even if it's a joke or not, we still want to cancel him. And there's other half of people who are like true fans, like me and you included, that know that it's just satire, know that it's just a joke, and he shouldn't be canceled. Just period. He shouldn't be canceled.
Like, when he was making these videos, no one was doing this. No one was trying to cancel Filthy Frank. No one was trying to do any of this.
Exactly. I mean, he was
Like
controversial. Yeah,
2015 to through 2017 or whenever he stopped making videos, no one said anything. It's like try and cancel. I'm sure there's people like trying to get him off the internet or whatever, but it wasn't as big as this. This has gotten out of hand.
yeah. And
Why are you trying to cancel someone through
I'm
someone's
gonna
past? That's so
I'm gonna
stupid.
read the filthy Frank YouTube channel. It's a bio, yeah. So okay,
Go
quote:
ahead.
Filthy Frank is the embodiment of everything a person should not be. He is an anti PC, antisocial, and anti. I don't want to say that word. He behaves and reacts excessively to everything, expressingly to highlight the ridiculousness of racism, misogyny, legalism, injustice, ignorance, and other social blights. So literally, he created that character just so he could. I mean, I don't want to say highlight, but just I guess show what a person shouldn't be. I guess I don't really know, but
I
it
don't
makes sense
know.
though.
I mean, yeah, but he was also doing it for the jokes and
Yeah,
memes and all
definitely, just
that.
for the fun and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know. I don't know him personally. I don't know what he really has to say about this. I don't know if he said anything about him being canceled. I don't recall reading anything about him.
If I were him, I would honestly just not care about it whatsoever. I wouldn't speak about it
Yeah,
at all. I would honestly just let it just
yeah, because he has a
ride, I guess.
huge fan base, a massive fan base,
And
and I don't think he
I
should
looked
have
at
anything to
the
worry about.
I know. I looked at the same thing and it's just yeah, it says why K-pop fans cancel Joji over his Filthy Frank secret. It's not
What
even
do you
a
think? What do you
secret. You can
what?
literally look up if you
It's
look
not
up
a
Joji
secret.
on YouTube, it'll come up. If you
It's not a
like
secret.
literally.
He literally he also created the Harlem Shake. So
And there was a meme yeah, there was a meme where it was like Joji's Filthy Frank and then next thing you're gonna tell me is Childish Gambino is actually Donald Glover. Like stuff like
exactly, dude.
that. Because
Exactly.
it's
Like people,
stupid.
I know it's literally stupid. Like it makes me so mad that I mean,
And they were making like Perry the Platypus memes and stuff.
yeah, I pair the platypus memes. So why do you think it's K-pop fans in general? Do you think it's because I don't know enough
I
about
think it's
this?
because of his
Tell me
ethnicity, and they're like, no,
their background,
he
like that.
ruined the yeah. Like I know he's from Indonesia, right?
Indonesia. I
Joji
can I couldn't tell you
is he?
enough.
Okay, where is Joji from? No, he's from Japan. Whoops. Okay, anyways, well, he's from. I don't know why. Like, I guess he's from the same ethnic background, kind of. Not really,
Yeah.
but
I mean, yeah,
I
close
guess they're
enough.
like,
Yeah.
no, he's not. He's not one of us. He's disrespectful. He can't represent the Asian culture like this.
Yeah.
Like, maybe that's a stretch, but that's the only reason why I see why it could be.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty close thing to why. I mean, I don't want to get political or anything. I don't want to get political at all. We don't get political on this show. I mean, yeah, we don't get political. But I remember whenever Eminem made the thing about Donald Trump, right?
Yeah.
Like the diss track, quote unquote diss track. It was a massive. There was a massive backlash between the white and colored community, and it was just like a really big thing. I don't want to get into that, but like I'm pretty sure that's in the same vein. If you agree.
It's a little. It has its similarities, but it's
Yeah,
really different.
it's way different, but yeah, that's. I mean,
We're
it's
talking
just
about two different atmospheres. That's political, and this is more like social media
yeah, social media
stuff.
oriented. But yeah, this is an example. So yeah, I mean, it's the hashtag Joji's over party, but it just makes me mad thinking about and like looking at that and thinking
I
about that.
know. Another good example is Kevin Hart. He made he's a comedian, right? Like he's a very
Yeah,
famous, but probably
of
the most
course,
famous
yeah,
comedian.
yeah,
A couple of years ago, this happened like a year ago, I think, where they were trying to cancel him. But like in 2014, he's a comedian, mind you. He's
yeah,
making somewhat racist jokes, like not completely offensive, like where someone would cry about it, like just
yeah.
some heartless, not heartless. What's the word I'm looking
Crude.
for? It's like not. I'm trying to think of the word. It's PC. It's not like he's calling people racist names or anything. He's just making jokes like
Yeah.
how white people are cops and stuff like
Oh
that.
yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah, like and then
Like
he got
satire.
backlash from that. Yeah, satire. Yeah.
Is
And
that
he
the word
got
you're looking
backlash
for?
from that. I think so.
Okay.
Like he got major backlash from it. I remember people trying to freaking end his whole career just because he made a couple racist jokes. They're not even
People,
racist jokes. It's
yeah.
just jokes.
And that's another thing that I want to bring up is that people get so mad over things that shouldn't make them mad. I mean, like I said, like the N word, of course, it's a really offensive thing. But whenever people say it like as a joker, they don't say it to offend anyone. I mean, it's still not like it's still not quote unquote right. But they shouldn't try to end
Yeah.
his career over saying something that's just like a joke.
I also don't believe you should go back into their past, like 6 years in the past, and look at what they've said because people change.
Exactly.
You're not the same person. I mean, some people are, but you're not the same person 6 years ago.
Exactly.
Like you
And
could
that
be
and that
extremely racist then.
and that wasn't even George Miller. That's his name. That wasn't even Joji's actual personality. For the people act like that was him.
Exactly.
People act like that was actually how he is. Like that's how he actually acts. That's how he actually talks. People think, oh, this guy's racist. This guy's horrible. This guy's a misogynist. This guy's
Well, of
the
course,
worst.
if he said all those things without his alter ego, like that's horrible. Like he's a horrible person, but it's literally a persona.
Yeah, it's just a joke. He
I
said it
don't
multiple times.
understand.
It's no secret. Like there's a reason why his videos aren't on private. There's a reason why his videos aren't like deleted or anything. They're just there. It's pretty much like a landmark of what comedy should be perceived as and what comedy it or
Comedy
was.
is basically taking things to the extreme. Like dark humor is like that's what it is.
Yeah,
Dark
dark
humor.
humor, satirical comedy.
Like dark humor is such like a funny thing. I don't know how to I don't know how to elaborate on that, but
Okay, it didn't really sound great, but oh
yeah,
well.
no. Who cares? Ah, okay, so okay, just
So
cut this whole
yeah,
thing out.
yeah. It's like, you're so fat? Why'd you say that?
I don't know. Okay.
Okay, what do we talk about now?
um
K-pop, and
yeah, sure. Or cancel
K-pop,
culture.
K-pop fans and cancel culture. Oh shit.
Um Another good example of like cancel culture or whatever is Dave Chappelle. I told you about this earlier. He's also a comedian and he's known for his really satirical dark humor stand-ups.
He's really out there, We'll
Yeah,
just say like
exactly.
really out there.
Yeah, out there. On the Chappelle Show, which was made in like 1999, something like that, like way before this whole cancel culture thing was like a thing, or 2003. Sorry, he made like I remember he made this so it was I don't want to get like too into it, but it was a black guy, and he was blind and deaf, or not deaf, but he was blind, and he was raised in an all white school, and he basically raised up to be like a KKK member. Have you seen that?
No.
Really? It's really funny. And like people were watching that show and they were getting all mad about it. That's literally the exact same thing. I don't understand why people are getting so mad over this.
I mean, there's such thing as taking humor too far,
Well, yeah,
but
of course, but
but
I
I don't
feel like
think. Oh, keep
humor
going.
and personality should be separated. Like you can't
Yeah.
just like from someone's comedic background, they don't actually believe in those things. They're just making light of a very touchy subject. That's what humor's all about. That's what I was trying to say earlier.
Oh
Humor's just
yeah.
making light of a dark subject. If you really think about it.
Pretty much 100%. Yeah, 100%. But yeah. Once again, I know I said this like a couple times, but I don't think if you look back at Filthy Frank's videos, they're not that bad. I mean, of course he curses and he says some really crude things, but they're hilarious. Like they're literally they're super funny videos, and there's so many of them that just it's just really like funny. That's pretty much all I can say is that I don't see that why people are trying to quote unquote cancel him over. I mean, it's just a joke at this point. I don't get why this is such a big deal. It shouldn't be.
I don't know.
It just shows that people right now are just too sensitive, and yeah, they're just too sensitive.
That's a big thing.
Yeah, sensitivity is a
People
huge
are
thing right now.
way too sensitive.
Yeah, and so many people have went over this topic. So many people have talked about this. Is that our society and our culture right now is they're so sensitive about pretty much everything. I mean, so it's okay to be offended and stuff like that, but I don't think you should cancel a guy based on his comedic background. Like, what the heck?
Exactly. And another thing that kind of I don't know. This might be just me, but like I don't see why people get offended for other people. In my opinion.
Can you give an example?
Okay, so like let's say I made fun of you, or I made fun of a friend of ours, and you're getting offended over that. Like that's just my opinion. I feel like you shouldn't be getting offended over that.
I mean, if they're really close to you, like your family, like what if someone made fun
Well,
of
I'm
one of
talking.
your family
I'm
members?
talking in terms of like celebrities and stuff, or
Like people you don't know.
exactly.
Oh, that brings another really good. I know this happened a while ago, but you know how iDubbbz, his girlfriend, made the OnlyFans
Yeah.
account. So I watched a couple of videos on that, and I mean, how do you stand on that? I state my opinion after
I don't.
yours.
I
Like, I
don't
want
know
you don't
much
know,
about it. All I know is that his girlfriend has an OnlyFans, and he was being
and
called a simp.
he was okay with it. Yeah. So I mean, this is how I see it personally. So I mean, it's his life, it's his girlfriend, it's her life, and I mean, it's their relationship. No, I don't think anybody in the outside should really like care or get mad of what he's doing in
Exactly.
his own personal life. I mean, but on the other hand, I mean, just knowing that it's kind of just like, I mean, me personally, I don't think that's right. I don't think that she should have an OnlyFans account and then them still be dating and him being okay with it. That's not for me. That's not
It's
love. That's not a
yeah.
relationship.
It's his own life.
Yeah,
If he accepts her the way she is, that's literally perfectly fine. I don't get why people are getting all mad about it.
yeah. I mean, I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's a good thing anyway. But I mean, you do you. I mean, it's his life, not ours.
You can't judge
And
people just based off their personal lives like that. Honestly,
yeah, and after his girlfriend announced that, and after he announced that, it was a huge backlash. Like lost a lot of subscribers. He lost a lot of his fans. People were calling him a simp. People were calling him like it's just not right. I mean,
I
yeah,
don't understand that.
that's just my viewpoint on it.
You can't control other people's lives and tell them to do a certain thing.
Yeah, exactly. I
That's not how
mean,
the world
but
works.
I know, but he has such a huge fan base that when that did happen, I mean, he had no control over it because he has like millions and millions and millions of subscribers, and he's been one of my favorite YouTubers for like such a long time now, along with Filthy Frank. So, I mean, that's a pretty touchy subject, but I mean, I'm just gonna say right now that you shouldn't try to control other people's lives, even like when you don't personally know them in real life.
Just
I
let
mean, I
them do
think
them.
yeah, I think that's a pretty good stance on it. That's a pretty good level ground.
The best videos were when Filthy Frank and iDubbbz teamed up. Those are like the best
Yeah,
ones,
exactly.
easily.
That was like peak YouTube comedy, and the videos are of course still up there. I mean, if you want to go watch them, feel free, go ahead. I mean, they're some of the funniest videos on the internet. I mean, I still watch them today. Of course, I do.
I sometimes do, just to like relive old memories, like the
Yeah,
the Denki Kong one,
dank memes, MLG,
420.
classic.
Those were the days. Oh my gosh! Remember for
Good days.
the Wombo Combo days, this like the MLG days. I remember
Yeah, the
those.
MLG days were so funny. Whenever I used to have my Xbox 360 and watch them on the YouTube app, classic.
Yes,
So yeah, that's pretty much
nostalgia.
everything did we go over everything about culture, cancel culture, and like, I mean, I don't feel like we went enough about like why specifically it's K-pop fans. I mean, we went over that Joji has the same, I guess, ethnic background as them, but why do you think that it's primarily K-pop stands? I
I'm
mean,
looking at.
I don't want to get too much into K-pop stands because I know it's like a pretty big community. I don't want to offend anyone. I don't want people to attack me and or this podcast and get mad because I'm just here sitting my opinions and I'm not trying to offend anyone while I do it. But I know like K-pop. Okay, I'm just gonna say okay. K-pop's been a huge thing for a long time now, right?
Yeah, it's been a pretty big thing since like
It's been
Psy was a thing.
yeah. Psy was pretty much I think when pretty much everyone got introduced to the quote unquote K-pop. But I think right now it's getting too a little extreme, you know.
Honestly, like I this is just my opinion. I don't like K-pop whatsoever. It's so
You don't like
annoying.
K-pop at all.
Not really. I mean, there might be some songs you'll show me and I'm like, "Oh, that's pretty good." But like overall, I can't listen to it.
Yeah.
I'm just not a
I
big
mean,
fan of music I can't understand, honestly. Like
like language
um
wise.
yeah, like language-wise, that's what I meant.
Oh yeah, I mean of course, but I mean not all K-pop songs are in Japanese or
That's
yeah.
true. In
But
Korean.
yeah, Koreans neck. I mean, so why do you think it's why do you think it's sweeping the nation right now? I mean, it's crazy.
I mean,
What do you
the
think?
band
What do you think the appeal is to
it's
everyone?
definitely the bandwagon effect is taking place. You know what that means, right?
Of course.
Okay,
Yeah.
just making sure. Um, but yeah, that's a huge thing. Like people are just hopping on the hype train or whatever's popular. They want to get on that.
I
I've
know, but I've seen it's just I've never seen anything like it before. I mean, of course, yeah, the bandwagon effect, but I mean, I feel like it's more than that, you know.
I asked a couple of like my friends, well specifically girls who listen to K-pop, why they like it so much, and
Yeah.
then they said it's the guys. They think the guys are like cute or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. I was just about to say that. I think the guys are attractive, and I'm not. I'm not here to. I'm not here to sit. I'm not. I'm not. Just. I'm. I
To
don't know.
bash.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not here to bash on anyone about how they look, or I'm not here to judge anyone on how they look. I mean, beauty is subjective. I mean, anyone can find anyone attractive. I mean, you do you. I'm not here to judge or anyone, but it's just like a. I mean, for me, they all everyone every K-pop star looks the exact same.
Yeah.
There's nothing unique about any of them. Like you look at the bands, they're all the same. You look at the music styles, they're all the same. There's nothing unique about any of them. I mean,
And
it's not, I'm not from Korea. I'm not very I'm not I don't want to say fond, but I'm not very familiar with like the K-pop culture and stuff like
okay,
that.
I
Oh,
looked up I looked at BTS. Like it, I promise I'm not being we're not being racist at all. Like literally, all of them have the exact same haircut and the same hair color and everything.
yeah,
Well, except for like two of them
yeah, it's like the dyed white
with
hair.
the
The
yeah with the middle parted hair.
yes,
That's
with the
all I see.
middle parted hair.
And
Classic.
like, why? They just all look the same. I
I
don't
mean,
know.
yeah, to me, it's something special. I mean, I'm not here to once again, I'm not here to bash or I mean, if you like K-pop, more power to you. I don't mind you. I mean, you can listen to whatever you want. I'm not here to judge you. You can. K-pop can be your favorite music genre, and I really wouldn't mind. And we're just here to, I guess, state the. I don't want to say facts, but we're just here to talk about what's going on in the world right now and our opinions and our views and opinions on them. But yeah, I think it's pretty insane that a lot of people are just following them. I don't know if it's because they like their music or their looks or the
I really
style.
don't know.
I don't know because I mean, if one of my, I know one of my friends showed me like, I don't want to say her name, or I'm not going to say her name. I'm not going to mention her. If she's watching this, I'm not trying to offend you or anything, but she showed me a couple songs. She's a really big K-pop fan, and she showed me like she sent me a little playlist of songs, and I told her that I didn't like any of them, and they all sounded the same, and she got like really offended, and she wouldn't really talk to me for like a day.
No.
But I told her that I mean, if she liked the music, that she could listen to it. I wouldn't care, and our opinion shouldn't hinder what kind of music you listen to and what you enjoy and
Not
what
at
you.
all.
Yeah, not at all. We're just saying what we feel like not needs to be said, but feel like what we've been wanting to address for a long time. You know,
That also ties into like I wanted to get into this kind of like toxic fan bases are a
toxic fan base,
big
100%.
thing.
Yeah,
Like
and
I don't want to call anyone out, but K-pop is like one of the most toxic fan bases.
K-pop is one of the worst. Yeah, just an example. They're trying to cancel Joji. What the heck? That's one of
It's
the
so
biggest things right now.
toxic.
Like, that's so it's horrible.
Like I
And
get I get being a fan of a certain person, but when you taking it too far, for an example, is like dedicating your whole life around them, basing your personality off that person or group or whatever, like that's too much. That's like weirdly obsessive levels of.
No, it's definitely weirdly obsessive, 100%. Like people are dressing like K-pop stans. I mean, I saw this story on Snapchat that there's this one guy who's trying to look like I think it's Park Jimin, who's the most popular guy on
Maybe,
some
I don't
K-pop
know.
band. I have no idea, but yeah, he's trying to like look like him. He's got plastic surgeries. I know it's been a thing like for the people are trying to look like Ken the Barbie doll, and yeah, and
Yeah, I know what you're
yeah.
talking about.
So pretty much the guy he was trying to look like one of the K-pop members, and it was just kind of I was like, why?
I
I mean,
know.
that's just taken to the extreme. So yeah, can you continue what you're saying about the fan base about the toxic
Yeah.
fan base?
Well, here I'll show you like two sides. Like, so let's say for example, when you think of a K-pop fan, you don't think of like a nice like. This is just me in my mind. You don't think of like a nice person. You think of like a crazy obsessive
Yeah, you think
fan.
of
That I'm not.
yeah,
I'm not disrespecting that anybody. That's just what comes to my head when you say K-pop fan. That's
K-pop
just
stan.
yeah, K-pop stan, for lack of a better term.
The only stan I know is the one from Eminem song.
That freaking phrase has become so big.
I know, and like the that's actually a pretty good example. The song "Stand" by Eminem.
Exactly. You can
It
take things
depicts
way too
yeah.
far.
Yeah, it depicts a overly obsessed fan of Eminem taking it to the extreme. I mean, if you haven't listened to the song or watched the video, go watch it right now. But that's literally a prime example of pretty much the K-pop fandom right now. It's just pretty insane. I
I
mean,
know.
they're taking it way too far. I mean, there's videos on YouTube that are like crazy K-pop fans versus K-pop stars, K-pop idols versus scariest fans. I mean, people are just taking this way too far, and
Yeah, I don't know.
they don't have a barrier. It's just kind of crazy to me. And I've heard a lot of my friends joke about this that K-pop um bands and K-pop stars are just like chemically not chemical like genetically modified people and like they come out of like a factory and it's just kind of funny. I mean,
I mean, that's a pretty good
it's a pretty good
synopsis of
theory.
everything. Yeah. Anyways, as I was going at, so I know a lot of K-pop fans where they'll have their backgrounds on their phone as like a group of their favorite group, which is like nothing wrong with that. But
Yeah,
it's like a
100%. I would
huge
do.
amount of people, like a lot of K-pop fans that do that. And then you look at other people, like let's say you're a fan of Kanye West. I don't think the normal Kanye West fan will have a background of him.
You wouldn't have a background of Kanye West, posters all over your room about Kanye West, like shirts,
Yes,
merch about
that's
Kanye
another
West.
thing. Like posters
You wouldn't.
all over your room. Like
I
that's
mean,
so
there's
weird.
nothing wrong with posters. Nothing. I mean, yeah. If you look like if you like right now, if you're watching this, pause this and go watch the Sand video. That's literally exactly what we're talking about right now. Overly obsessive fans. I mean, if you're a K-pop fan, there's nothing wrong with that. Like nothing wrong with that. 100% okay. But we're talking about the people that are taking it way too far and people that are just going crazy about it. I mean, yeah. If you like K-pop, oh well, it's fine. 100% fine.
We're
But
not
like
we're
we're
not
talking about
generalizing. We're talking
yeah,
about
we're
one
not
certain group of the K-pop fans.
yeah, 100%. But
But
yeah.
like, anyways, that's the posters things. It's like I get like having a couple posters on your wall, but like some people take it to the extreme and they have like 20 or 50 posters in their room of like the same band.
Yeah, and all
That's
they talk about is just that one band.
I know.
Like
Another
overly
similar
obsessed.
thing is like I remember when Justin Bieber was a big thing and a lot of people did that.
Yeah.
It was kind of similar.
Yeah, it's pretty similar. I mean, this definitely isn't the first time this has happened, but for me, in my opinion, this is the most extreme that it's been. This is definitely the most extreme.
Exactly.
Like, of course, like there's been like Justin Timberlake and Justin Bieber and One Direction. Like One
One
Direction was a
Direction's
pretty.
a big one.
I know, but they weren't this crazy though.
It's
Not even
just the
close.
bandwagon effect. Is literally that's all it is.
Oh, your mic glitched out. Can you say it again?
It's literally just the bandwagon effect.
Oh yeah. But
Another thing
dang,
with toxic fan bases, like they're so like you can't just again I already said this, but you can't just base off your whole personality off of one person. You can't like I know a lot of people that if you don't like that certain artist or group, you're not like your opinion doesn't matter.
yeah.
Stuff like that. Like you get
This goes,
called
to, this goes to everyone too. I mean, no matter what music
yeah,
genre.
this
Yeah.
isn't just K-pop, it's everything. I know so many people that will gatekeep certain artists or groups or whatever, and like if you don't listen to them or you don't like them, you're wrong and you don't have a good taste in music.
Yeah.
Like that's
Like
annoying.
like we said in our last like we said in our last episode with Mossy X10, we went really in depth about like why music is so opinionated and people should have like a more open mind about music. I feel like that's what's happening to K-pop right now, that people only listen to K-pop, they only stick to K-pop, they want to follow the K-pop culture, and they want to just follow whatever everyone else is doing and whatever else the artists are doing.
I have a kind of funny story, so I'm not going to name names, but
Yeah, okay.
my friend was like insanely obsessed with K-pop like a year ago. Like
Mhm.
she was one of those people like I described. Like she didn't have like millions of posters, but she had like a good amount on her walls, and her lock screen was K-pop or whatever. And then like a couple of months ago, she recently like stopped, and she stopped listening to them and stopped obsessing over them, and she realized how like weird she
Wow.
was about it. Like she realized how many people, like she even told me how many friends she's lost because they didn't like K-pop or whatever. Like
Wow.
that's just ridiculous.
That's taken it to the extreme right there.
Exactly.
I mean, I have a lot of friends. Don't get me wrong. I have a lot of friends who like K-pop, but yeah, I don't think I have any overly obsessive friends that like K-pop. I mean, I do have this. I do have one of my friends. I mean, she likes K-pop a lot, but she's not a freaking psycho. She just likes them a
Yeah.
lot. There's nothing wrong with that. Just we're saying we're. I keep repeating it because I don't want anyone to take these words out of context and thinking that I just hate everyone who likes K-pop and think that I'm just bashing on anyone who doesn't like K-pop. I mean, if you like K-pop, power to you, but yeah, that's pretty much what we're just going towards.
You know another toxic fan base that just came to mind?
What?
6ix9ine. That's like
The
the
6ix9ine
most
fan base?
that's like the most toxic rapper fan base I know on the top of my head, easily.
6ix9ine fan base?
Yeah, I think so.
I haven't heard too much about the fan base. I mean,
Really?
yeah, you want to get into that a little bit later? You think we're done talking about the K-pop stan thing?
Yeah.
I think we went pretty in depth about that.
Yeah. I think
All right, so
so.
yeah, so going on with the whole music theme and what's going big right now, 6ix9ine just got released not too long
I
ago.
know. And he released a new song
Yeah, it
that
released a new song that's literally blowing up. It's breaking the internet. It didn't I don't,
it
did it,
broke
it didn't top Billboard, right? It's not number one.
I think
On
it
Billboard, yeah,
is.
he posted something on Billboard that he got like number three, and the new Ariana Grande song got higher than him because he was like cheating the system or something. Can you look that up real quick?
Sure. Ariana. You keep talking.
Um, I kind of need this to keep talking.
Um let's see. I can't really find anything. Ariana Grande.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure he didn't get number one on Billboard, and
Yeah,
I
probably
remember.
not.
Okay, so yeah, he did. Okay, so he didn't get the song number one on Billboard, but he has like how many views does it have on YouTube now? Like over 200 million, right?
Easily. He broke the YouTube record for most views in 72 hours, I think. It had like
Yeah,
100 million views in 72
it was
hours.
Eminem's record of Kill Shot in 24 hours. But right now, Gooba has right now from the time I'm making this video, Gooba has how many views on YouTube?
162.
167 on mine.
Really? And it was released a week ago.
You wonder what we could
A
get with
week.
167 million views. So what's your opinion on 6ix9ine being released?
Why was he released so early? Was it because of the virus or
Is either because of I know it was because he snitched, right? Was that one of the
yeah,
reasons
I
why?
think that that's how he got in jail, I think, because he snitched on everything him and his gang have done in the
I
past.
thought that's how he got out or something.
I don't know.
Didn't they
Oh
say
yeah,
like
it's due to the coronavirus outbreak in New York. That's
yeah,
why.
yeah, because the COVID, yeah, because the coronavirus outbreak in New York got released. So wait, do you think after the coronavirus thing ends, he'll go back to prison or jail?
No, they're really like during the pandemic, they're releasing a lot of people from prison.
Mm.
So I don't think he'll go back to jail
You don't
because,
think he will?
especially in New York, because New York's like the biggest area. That and Michigan are the two biggest areas in terms of the virus. So I don't think he'll go back in jail. But he's under house arrest, as you can see in the music video. He has the
The
anklet.
ankle brace in his newest
Yeah.
Instagram post, he has the ankle brace too.
So he's under house arrest, obviously, which is a good thing because you can't just get someone out of jail and expect them to be a good citizen. You have to at least
Yeah,
have
just
some
fucking
monitor.
free.
You have to at least some monitorization. Is that the word? I don't know. You have
Whatever,
to
yeah,
at least monitor them,
yeah.
or they'll just go crazy again.
Yeah. Okay. So I think so my opinion about him being released. I mean, I'm glad that he's not in prison anymore because of the coronavirus. I don't want anyone to get. I
Yeah,
want to make sure everyone's safe from the coronavirus. I don't want anyone to get sick, and I know it's pretty bad right now. So like, I feel like that's a good part for them to release him. but I don't like the way he's handling it. I don't like he's like, oh, I'm out. I'm the best rapper now. I mean, he only got
Yeah.
released because of the virus. I mean, you didn't do anything. You didn't do anything wrong or anything.
Exactly.
If the virus never happened, you'd probably still be in jail. I mean, he's acting like he's like
He
I
got
don't.
out because he's the best artist.
Exactly. He's acting like a phoenix coming out of the fire. You know.
That's a good
He's like, oh,
analogy
yeah,
right there.
yeah. He's like, oh, I'm doing numbers. I'm the best rapper out in the game right now. I mean, it's a good marketing tactic. It's really funny. The fans love it, of course.
That's a big thing. His marketing is so genius. He might not make that good of music, but he's such a good social media personality.
Yeah, he's a great personality.
And that's what gravitates people towards his music, I feel like people don't really listen to his music for the music. I feel like they listen to it for him.
They also listen to it because it's me included. I like it. For me personally, I like 6ix9ine as an artist. I mean, he has some bangers. You know, like some of the songs are just so good and so catchy.
I like his like hard hitting songs like Toddy and
Toddy was fire.
That's my favorite song by him, probably.
Yeah. I mean, Gooba's all right, but it's kind of just like the same old, you know.
Gooba's grown on me a little bit. I'm not.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's definitely catchy, but like I was saying, people also listen to him because he's so different. Like nobody else has this scream, yelling, barking, growling kind of style that he does. And
the rainbow dreads also set him apart in like how he looks.
The whole the image of him is also pretty weird and unique. So me personally, my view on him being released and him doing numbers and him, I guess, being a quote unquote king of New York again. I mean, I don't mind it, but I feel like he's being way too cocky and arrogant.
Exactly, yeah.
You know, like, if you watch his live video, he was like waving around handcuffs and stuff like that, you know. And he had like the song, the Cops theme song in the background. He was like, "Oh, I'm released from prison" and stuff like that.
That's taking it to an extreme.
I was like, "Yeah, it's taking it a little bit too extreme. Be a little bit more humble and be a little bit more modest." And
be thankful you're out.
Yeah, be thankful. I mean, he did thank the judges and stuff like that, but it was like he just thanked them one time. And the whole thing was just about like, oh, I'm doing numbers. I'm the best rapper out right now. And then another big thing that he was going over in the live was that he snitched for a reason. Like people that he snitched on, they weren't loyal. They were like taking money. They kidnapped him. They tried to like kill him and stuff like that. And he said that if he couldn't be loyal to them on the outside world, then how they would be loyal in prison? I mean, that makes a good point. I mean, he has a reason to snitch. 100% he had a reason. If 100% he had a reason to snitch. I don't think
people can't hold that against him. Yeah,
people cannot. I don't. Yeah, that's a horrible thing. That whenever people say, "Oh, he snitched, he's a rat." I mean, he had a reason. He had a whole reason to snitch and to rat.
If you were getting kidnapped and being threatened to get killed and getting millions of dollars stolen from you, snitch too. Don't lie.
Exactly.
You wouldn't just accept the fact that it's your gang and you can't snitch on the gang or whatever. You have to tell someone.
And he mentioned that
crimes.
He mentioned that it was a street code and the gang code to like no snitches. You know, snitches get snitches get stitches and stuff like that. But
it can only go so far.
Yeah, it can only go so far. I mean, if like he was saying, the people that were supposed to be loyal to him weren't loyal, and people that he shouldn't have snitched on, he couldn't be loyal to those. He couldn't be loyal to those people that he couldn't snitch on. So he had to snitch on the people because they weren't being loyal.
They weren't even loyal to him. So why would he be loyal back?
Exactly.
So people need to kind of calm down on that.
Yeah. So yeah, people need to just calm down about it.
The friggin' part where he put the rat filter on the music video.
That was pretty funny.
That was a good little thing. And he said, "Ha, you're mad." And then on his friggin' Instagram, his description is literally, "I'm back and they mad." That's literally what you said about him being not humble.
6ix9ine. Yeah, he's not humble.
6ix9ine.
He needs to be more humble. 100% needs to be more humble.
He's just taking it to a whole new level.
Yep. I mean, I like the guy. I like his. Oh crap! Is someone calling me? Whoa, Amber Alert.
Oh no! Oh, I got that too, actually.
Yeah, that's okay. Okay, so we covered 6ix9ine, our opinions on 6ix9ine being released, how we view him as an artist. We covered the K-pop fandom, Joji being what is it called? Canceled.
Canceled, yeah.
What else is going on right now? What else is a pretty big thing?
Speaking of like 6ix9ine coming back, you know who else is coming back?
Leafy.
Yeah. We were talking about this before, obviously, but
this isn't nearly as big as as the 6ix9ine coming back, but I feel like it's a pretty big thing. So if you guys don't know who Leafy is, he's a YouTube commentator who used to make these videos about these like really cringe YouTubers and really cringe like whenever it used to be Musically, really cringe Musically kids. Now it's TikTok. I'm pretty sure he'll start making videos about TikTok again. But yeah, so he pretty much made like these little commentary videos and like trying to roasting them and not really exposing them, but he would like kind of, I mean, quote, kind of make fun of them. I don't want to say like it's a bad thing. I don't want to say like he's
I
being
mean,
mean.
he was bullying some kids. I remember that.
Yeah, I remember he did this thing where this guy was like autistic, right? And then he started making fun of him. And there was a guy who's like, yeah, he was autistic, and then he was like crying on YouTube and stuff like that. So that's pretty much who he was. Me personally, I watched him a lot. I mean, I didn't agree with all the stuff he said, but I mean, they were definitely funny. They were definitely funny videos. And then iDubbbz, we mentioned him in previously in this, or we mentioned him earlier in this podcast. He made a video in his Content Cop series about Leafy, and that's pretty much what killed his channel, I think.
Yeah, definitely. That's literally the only reason his channel's dead.
Yeah, it pretty much literally destroyed his channel. I mean, I was pretty sad to see him go. I liked his content a lot. I mean, he made the back and forth videos. They did like a little war, quote unquote war with each other, the YouTube drama war. It was whenever drama was a huge thing. Like Drama Alert was the main commentator of
Yes.
everything. So yeah, after I guess his really big stay on YouTube, he had a huge following, and they just disappeared from the channel or the site for 2 years. And then so now out of nowhere, whenever iDubbbz makes the OnlyFans thing, he comes back with a little video, kind of like
Content Cop.
yeah, no, it's not a content cop.
No, iDubbbz, the video before.
It was like it was just called iDubbbz, and then it was him. It's pretty much calling him a simp. It was pretty much calling him a simp because his girlfriend was once again had an OnlyFans account and he was okay with it, and then everyone loved it. It was going crazy. It was blowing up. It has like millions of views now, and then. I mean, there's like a mixed fan base once again. Like there's like a 50-50 thing. You either love him or you hate him. That's the only way I can say. You either love him or you either love Leafy or you hate Leafy. So what's your opinion on him coming back? Do you think he'll survive on the channel? Or do you think he'll survive on the platform? Do you think all the changes in the website are gonna hinder his?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna get into.
To rise back up because of the new demonetizing thing and the new the guidelines and community, the new community guidelines and like no bullying, stuff like that. How do you think he's gonna survive on this platform?
Well, at first, like when he first started blowing up, like in 2016, I didn't really like his videos all that much.
Yeah, I don't think anybody liked him at first, but like as it started going on,
because drama was such a big thing, and people you just get invested into it, and you want to tune into it to see what happens. But over time, I started to get into his videos a little bit more because he makes some funny jokes. I won't lie.
Yeah.
But with YouTube, how it is now, with everyone being, even back then, people were still kind of sensitive a little bit, but now it's crazy. So I don't. Like what you said earlier.
Back then was nothing. If Leafy were to start his channel, restart his channel from square one, he would just get deleted right away. Like people would oh, this is horrible. He said this word. Oh, it's so sensitive. Or oh, it's horrible. Delete him. Cancel him. Like back then, it wasn't even close to being as bad. Like people were actually supporting him when he was making that content.
Same with Filthy Frank, as we talked about earlier, but
yeah, I mean, yeah, also, of course, Filthy Frank's YouTube channel wasn't like all. Of course, there was of course people that hated and people thought that it was like terrible, but it wasn't nearly as bad as it is now.
If Leafy made the same video where he made fun of the autistic guy without knowing he has autism, but did he know?
No,
I don't think he did. If he made that same video, he'd literally get like pitchforks at his house type stuff.
He'd literally get his channel would probably get deleted, but
easily.
It's a different time now, but yeah.
And then, as you said, with the demonetization system they have now, yeah, he can't survive. I mean, the videos he's making now, I haven't watched his new videos. All I know, he made one.
They're getting millions of views already.
I know he made one about Keemstar and then like a Walmart content cop, or whatever. That's all I know.
And all of those videos have over 1 million views. But maybe the new one, maybe not the new one because it got uploaded like today. But all the other videos, there's still people supporting him. There's still people saying he should come back. He should like make a comeback. He should like come back to the face of YouTube and become like one of those titans that have like a huge fan base.
I remember when he was the biggest YouTuber. Like he was literally gaining more subscribers than PewDiePie at one point.
Exactly.
Like that was insane. He
Yeah, he was
gained like
definitely
2 million
one of the biggest
subscribers in like a
subscribers.
month or something.
Yep, and people thought he was what's it called? Was it subbotting?
Yeah, but he actually
Oh,
wasn't. It was just
yeah,
pure growth.
yeah, it was just rapid growth. But me personally, I don't think that he'll go back to his old ways. I don't think he'll make like his old school rant videos
No,
about cringy. I mean, I feel like the only way I could see him making that was if it was over TikTok, like cringy TikTok videos. But like even then, there's a huge TikTok audience, and like if he were to make a video about a famous TikTok star or a famous like TikTok like kid that was doing big numbers, he would get completely attacked by every single one of their fans. The whole entire website would bash on him. But equally, he has a pretty big fan base himself. So I mean, you never know. Maybe he might have some videos coming along about TikTok.
maybe. That kind of reminds me of Rice Gum too, like where
Bro.
he was. I know, like
He
you wouldn't say gross back then because you can't lie. He made some pretty
no,
funny videos back then.
he made the funniest videos back then. Like I used to be a huge fan of him, but now I just can't stand him.
Like when he made the videos bashing Musically stars and
Yeah,
stuff,
when
and
he
he
used to
like
make
made diss
yeah,
he
when he
made
made the
funny
diss
diss
tracks.
tracks on
Yeah,
him where he didn't take
the
it
very
seriously.
first. Yeah,
But now he like takes it seriously. Like in the beginning he didn't have any ghostwriters. Now he has like 5 or something.
I know when he tried to make like a legit rap career about his like he tried to make like a legit rap career. Whenever he made was it Good Night Sis?
It's every night, sis.
It's every night. I think it was yeah, it was every night sis. I don't know, but
Something like that.
whenever he made that, it was actually pretty funny. Like no, I don't think nobody that I know liked them. It's Everyday Bro. So it was good to see him be like the good guy, like kind of make a diss track of the really cringy rap, like the cringiest rap song of like the pretty much cringiest rap song ever. And I thought whenever he made that, he was like the good guy. But as it started going on and on and on and on, as you guys know, he started flexing. He started um
Yeah.
like flexing his money and like saying, "Oh, I'm like the richest person." And then like it kind of went all downhill from there. And then
That
iDubbbz made a content cop about him, and then
yeah, he was done. Now he sucks.
yep,
It's when he started yeah, it's when he started flexing and stuff that it got really annoying. I don't want to watch someone flex their money for like a
yeah,
vlog or
yeah.
whatever.
Who cares about that?
Exactly. Have you heard of CJ So Cool?
Um, I don't think so.
Just look him up on YouTube real quick. That's another good example of like flexing.
Is he that British dude?
No, he's not British at all.
Oh, there's like another British dude, like a douche tuber.
No,
That's what they're called, douche tubers.
oh, okay. But like he's basically built his whole like he started off as a reaction channel, like one of those cringy ones. He's like the cousin of Jinx. You remember the Jinx?
Yo, Jinx, yeah, the reaction channels.
Yeah, he's the cousin of him, so he made reaction videos too. But like he was getting bigger than Jinx because he didn't do anything. Like he was actually like a funny one. He was actually a funny reactor that people liked. So he
Yeah,
built a career off that, and he didn't like steal people's videos blatantly. He actually like added commentary to it, and
yeah.
so he built a career off that. And now he's gotten like really famous. He has like almost 10 million subscribers. He has like 8 million or something. And now he lives in like a freaking mega mansion, and like he has like 8 different cars. And he like every single like I know he makes vlogs. Every single vlog he likes buys a new thing or whatever. And then like no one likes him anymore.
I mean, I don't mind reaction channels. Some reaction channels are really funny.
Yeah, it just depends on your personality. If you're just sitting there doing nothing throughout the entire
Yeah.
video, I'm not gonna
If you're
watch
like
it.
if you're like making jokes and like making commentary and like literally connecting with your audience, I don't have a single problem with I don't have problems with, I remember back then reaction channels were like nobody liked them. I remember it
Yeah.
was like the biggest hating thing on the platform. Nobody liked reaction channels, nobody supported them. But I mean as time grew on, people realized that it wasn't actually that bad. It wasn't as bad as some other stuff that people were doing on YouTube, and that it was just kind of fun. People were trying to like share their reaction to the world.
Well, the difference between a good reaction channel and a bad one is if the reaction video's main focus is the video they're reacting to, it's not a good one, if that makes
Yeah.
sense. If you're watching the reaction for them, that's when you know it's a good reaction channel.
Yeah.
That's why CJ So Cool was like got like to that status. Like he was so funny back then. Like he would just kind of like Leafy would just roast people for no reason, and it was like the
Yeah.
funniest thing to watch. But now he's like gotten lame, and he'd like post flexing videos and stuff.
Can't
That's all he
stand how
does
people
now.
flex. I just don't.
I
I just don't
know.
get. I don't get what the appeal is. I mean, it's not attractive. It's not cute. It's not
Exactly.
You don't look cool when you flex. I mean, nobody cares about flexing, but
Like,
I
yeah,
mean,
you have wealth, you're rich. That's like amazing. Like, you built a successful career from hard work and dedication, but you don't have to like um flex what's it called?
money,
Well, not money, like what is it called? Like clothes and cars and stuff like that kind of stuff.
designer,
No, I can't think of the word. Like, he flexes stuff like
material
that.
items.
Yeah, materialistic items. That's the
Is that
exact word.
really the word you're trying to
Yeah, it was
find?
literally the word. Materialistic items.
Okay, yeah.
Like, I don't get the point of that. Like, yeah, we know you have money, you're successful. You don't have to freaking shove it in our faces, you know.
Yep. But that was a long time ago. I mean, now, I mean, there's only a select few of reaction channels that survived the whole entire thing, and right now they're doing really good, like Zayas and Zayas,
I
right?
like Zeiss is so funny.
Yeah, the two dudes. I mean, the at Matt reaction was pretty cringe. We're like, oh, look at her butt. Oh,
The
that's pretty annoying. They're like, oh, okay, but
Gooba reaction one was kind of funny.
yeah. So yeah, so there's definitely some good reaction channels and stuff like that. But going back to Leafy, I don't know. Only time will tell if his content will survive on this platform.
I mean, I'll probably watch the videos after this, honestly, just to like see what he's doing. You know.
Yeah.
Uh, I remember when the Fine Bros were like the big thing on YouTube. Like,
I mean,
that
they're
was
still
like,
pretty big right now.
yeah, I guess so. But that was like the first big reaction channel.
Yeah,
That's
I mean, yeah, they tried to trademark the word React, right?
yeah.
Like React World,
Yes, I remember
and it got
that.
like a huge backlash, and then people hated them for a long time. But now they're kind of okay now.
Their main appeal was that they would get different demographics to react to certain things. That's what I
Exactly.
liked about him at
Yeah,
first.
like elders react, kids react, teens react, and like it wouldn't just
Exactly.
be videos too. It'd be like versus food and stuff like that. But like they always did stuff that was trending, so it would have people coming back and always seeing what's new, what's trending, and how other people reacted to the popular stuff.
Yeah. I remember when they made a video of elders react to GTA 5,
Oh yeah,
and they were like this game is so violent.
yep.
And they were saying stuff like
Like
that. I
violent if you
remember
make it
that.
violent.
Exactly.
And then they reacted to Eminem, and then there's some people that liked
Oh
it,
yeah.
and some people that hated it. I mean, it's just a big divide. So pretty much wrapping everything up, we're getting to the end of the episode today. I think we had a really good episode, to be honest. I mean, I'm just gonna say right now, this is probably our best episode of this podcast so far.
This
We
is my
really,
favorite.
yeah, this is definitely my favorite. This is the funnest for me to talk about. I mean, we went over a lot of controversial topics. We went over fan bases, like the pretty much what's trending in the news right now. And that's another thing I want to talk about is that what do you think this guys? I mean, the people that are watching this right now, what do you think our podcast should like really focus on? Because I mean, our first podcast was about the COVID-19 virus, which is a huge thing in the news right now. And then we did an interview in our next one, and then this one is also about like stuff that's going on in the news. Me personally, I feel like we should pretty much, I mean, interviews are fun. I mean, I like going in depth with people that I would have never talked to if we hadn't have made this podcast. But I feel like we should mostly just stick to news, right? Like stuff that's
Yeah,
going
me
on right now,
too.
like trending media news. I feel like that's it's the safest bet to go because I mean it's entertaining and you guys can come watch this if you want to hear our opinion on it, and if you maybe want to, I guess, listen to other people's opinions on it. Yeah.
Um, honestly, I would just, if y'all can just recommend us something like to talk about.
Yeah. I mean,
Like,
yeah.
if y'all want to hear our opinion on something, go ahead and just let us
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, always put topics in the comments below. If you're watching this on YouTube right now, just like put in the comments below what you want to hear us talk about next, or what do you think is like a really good topic that we should talk about. And if you're down to do an interview, please hit us up. We're Vincents_Lane on Instagram. We're gonna open up a Twitter soon, right?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, we don't have a Twitter yet, but we're gonna open that soon. Probably, hopefully, be active on that. But yeah, we're on YouTube and Spotify, and Instagram. Follow us on Instagram also, like I just said. And we're not on Apple Music yet. I'll try to get that up soon. So all my Apple listeners out there that use Apple Music, shout out to you. We'll try to get there as soon as possible. But yeah, I'm just gonna
Let's
wrap
hope
it up
so.
here. I mean, we didn't make it to the hour-long mark that we
Yeah, I
that we
know.
always wanted to. I mean, maybe in a future video, but I feel like we made everything really short. We made everything really to the point, honest, and I really liked it a lot. So once again, I'm your host Vincent,
I'm your co-host Tristan.
and we will see you guys in the next episode.